Hey, what's going on, everyone? Here with a video checking out this M350 mini ITX case. It's one of the smallest that I've found. Real good and sturdy, made out of aluminum. So it's plain and comes with a lot of holes for airflow on top, on the sides. Comes with the Visa mount compatibility, so you can mount these, and that's really it. I'm gonna open it up for you guys. There's only one screw, which is on the back right here, and let's see. So to open this guy, take out the screw, slide it back a little bit, and lift up. There you go. So, real small. What we have is this hard drive holder up here that runs across. Inside we have, I'm using an MSI E350 IS E45 motherboard. It's the one without the USB 3.0. Comes with the AMD APU dual core 1.6 gigahertz, and using HyperX RAM 2 times 2 gigs. So these are the HyperX CL9s. And I'm also using Pico PSU 90 watts. So let me go ahead and unscrew the hard drive holder. My hard drive is a OCZ SSD 60 gig. Is it I think it's a Vertex, OCZ Vertex, just a Vertex. So only 2 screws are holding this hard drive holder in place. Lift up and let go. That's it right there. What we have inside is the Pico PSU in the front, and have the cable running along on the side down here all the way to the back. Okay, so I removed the hard drive out of the way so you guys can have a better look inside. Also removed the front panel. When you remove the front panel, you're gonna see 2 USB ports right here. Inside here I'm using an Asus USB N13 wireless card. I'm not really too thrilled about the performance over the wireless network when streaming videos, but just testing some stuff out. Anyway, to give you a closer look at the Pico PSU, it's connected down here. This is where my power on the motherboard is. Now the power on the motherboard is really 24 pin, and the Pico PSU is only 20 pin. You can actually still use it and just leave the 4 pins. I don't know if you could see it in this video, but there's the 4 here not being used, but it'll still work. And let's see what else. This is where the USB port connection to the front is, and there's also a power, because this is where the power button is at the front. When you put in the Pico PSU, it's a little difficult because where the USB port and cable is, and the what is this, the P4 connection, this wire that goes all the way here on the Pico PSU, it actually gets in the way, so you may have to remove this guy right here off of the Pico PSU first, pop in the power supply, then put the P4 cable in. Should be able to do that. Another thing that couldn't figure out till I started looking at pictures on the internet is this piece of the Pico PSU, like how it was connected, because it doesn't come with any manuals. I just had to rely on Google Images. So there's this hexagon screw, I guess. I don't know what you call it, but anyway, let me show you. And there's a washer also, but it comes like this. So this screw right here is actually on here like that. So it doesn't look, I don't know if you can see it, it doesn't look like you could remove it. So I tried to put it in the hole, and I thought it would screw on that way, but every time I plug in my AC adapter, it keeps popping out. So then I started looking for images of this side of the M350 tower, and noticed that this piece was outside on the back. So I've finally figured out you can unscrew it like so, and then put that sucker in there, and then screw it back on. So, oops. And there you go. Now it won't go back in when you plug it in. Let's see. That's really about it. There's not much space to work with in this setup. So you have to really tie up some cables to get a good airflow. And that's it. Just keep wiggling cables around so that you could position them fairly well. So let me put this thing back together. Okay, so I've put it back together, and now I'm going to show you the power cable I bought. It's a 12 volt. I believe it's rated at 70 watts. So, and let me show you. This plugs back in here. I also have a kilowatt to measure power consumption. Okay, so now it's powered on. As you can see, the front has a blue light where the power button is. It's pretty quiet. The noise that I'm hearing right now up close is more than likely the fan, the heatsink fan of the CPU. But there shouldn't be any other noise because I'm using SSD. But it's pretty quiet. It does get somewhat hot. Core temp tells me it's running at around 52 degrees Celsius, and it just has one fan. It's running Windows 7 Home Premium 64-bit, and I'm going to show you what the kilowatt wattage is showing right now. So it's at 16 watts. Looks like 16 watts, 16 to 17 watts. So, and I'm using Windows Media Center. I don't really like the performance that I got earlier on the first test run, but I am running it off of a wireless connection, so that may have something to do with it. I'm gonna try it with hardwire gigabit Ethernet, see how that works, if it does improve performance, but wasn't really too happy. I was considering getting rid of the motherboard and APU AMD and going with like a H67 motherboard and an Intel i3 2100. I have running on another computer right now, but it's using a larger tower, so but I don't have an ITX motherboard for that processor. But we'll see. So again, this is the M350 case. I really love it. It's The motherboard and CPU is MSI E350 IS, the non-USB 3.0 version, using OCZ Vertex 60 gig SSD drive, Windows 7 Home Premium, 64-bit, and that's really it. I don't know if I mentioned it, but it runs at 52 degrees Celsius on idle, so I'm not really liking that either. But again, there's only one fan, the heatsink of the CPU. So there you have it. Check out my blog. It's abbyandwin.net, and check out the links for the parts if you want more information. Okay, thank you.